And everyone said, well, yeah, okay, yeah, I mean, theoretically, but I mean, in those days, you didn't have competitive markets. You know, you were sort of like, you know, merchant A and merchant B, and at best they were kind of a cartel, but you didn't really have competition. You couldn't because you didn't have a global market. And B, the marginal cost was like a number. You know, the marginal cost of a shoe was like $10, and so in a, you know, theoretically in a competitive market, the price of that shoe would be $10.10. And so, and that's pretty much the last we thought of it for 150, 200 years. And now we have the most competitive market the world has ever seen, the internet, with the first market based on a marginal cost of zero. The cost of getting you a web page is close to zero today and will be closer to zero tomorrow. It basically falls to zero. So we now have a market where this theoretical, potential, hypothetical scenario has actually become the law. What that says is anything that turns into a digital product, anything that becomes software, will inevitably fall to zero. It's unstoppable. It's like the law of gravity. Now that doesn't mean that every product will be free, will make no money. It just means that every product will be, everything that's digital will be available in one form that is free. So if you are a bank, you're going to be competing with a free bank. If you are selling content, you're going to be competing with free content. Whatever you do, everything it can be turned into software, the underlying marginal cost is zero, and so somebody somewhere is incentivized to offer it for zero, because they can. So this is kind of a big deal, and that affects all of us, because the generation growing up online, Generation 3 as they're sometimes known, gets this. Steve Chen and Chad Hurley got this, and the television guys didn't. And that is a different paradigm. So the lesson is round down. You know, look at whatever you're doing and sort of say, okay, well, it's going to get cheaper tomorrow. What happens when it becomes free? How would I make money off giving this away for free? Here's how you do it. This is the last Econ 101 lesson I'll give you early in the morning. What you probably know is that you have abundance and scarcity. And one of the rules of economics is that every abundance creates a new scarcity. Basically, as something becomes abundant, value moves to the next layer, and you find something that's scarce. So, what are the new scarcities online? What are the new scarcities of the 21st century? Well, we still have some of the old scarcities. They're not making any more time, and we still have money. The new scarcities are attention and reputation. Attention is basically, what we used to call eyeballs before the dot-com bust, forbade that term. Attention is basically, your time multiplied by your ability to absorb stuff. And reputation is basically what you think of that stuff, as measured by things like hyperlinks. So that's what we have. We have a new economy of reputation and attention. Those are the new scarcities. They're limited, large but limited, and all the business opportunities come in basically gaining attention and reputation and turning them to money somehow.